Hey Cards fans, what's up? I'm David DiStefano, and I'm here to bring you the Arizona Cardinals 2013 offensive preview. A lot has changed in the desert since the disappointing 2012 season campaign ended. After a 4-0 start, the Cardinals lost 10 out of their last 11 games, finishing dead last in the NFL in offense, ultimately leading to the firing of the team's long-tenured general manager, Rod Graves, who was replaced by up-and-comer Steve Keim. Also fired was the team's most successful coach in franchise history, Ken Whisenhunt. With Whisenhunt leading the team to their first Super Bowl appearance in only his second season in 2008, it seemed as though he may have earned himself another year. Not the case, as the Cardinals hired the reigning NFL Coach of the Year, Bruce Arians, formerly the interim coach for the surprising Indianapolis Colts. Now Arians, at the age of 65, finally will make his legitimate head coaching debut in 2013. Arians is known as an offensive mind and a quarterback guru, and he developed the #1 overall pick, Andrew Luck, into a star in only his rookie year. Arians will inherit 33-year-old former Pro Bowl quarterback Carson Palmer, who the Cardinals still believe is in his prime. Palmer threw for over 4,000 yards and 22 touchdowns last season with the Raiders. Also signed at the quarterback position in free agency, 28-year-old career backup Drew Stanton, who Arians brought over with him from the Colts last season. Arians believes Stanton can be a starter in the league and expects him to push Carson Palmer in training camp. With Kevin Kolb, John Skelton, and Brian Hoyer all gone from the season last year, the quarterback position has a fresh new look. Now let's talk about the running backs. It was inevitable that Beanie Wells would be gone after publicly announcing he would be auditioning for 31 teams before the season finale last year. Wells never panned out to be the player the Cardinals had hoped after drafting him in the first round out of Ohio State a few years back. With Wells gone, the Cardinals tapped into free agency, signing former Pittsburgh running back Rashard Mendenhall. At only age 25, Mendenhall has a chance to shine in the desert if he stays healthy. And that's a big if, as he has been plagued by injuries the past couple of seasons. If he can regain his explosiveness from a couple years back, he could be a force in the NFC West. Adding to the running back competition is Ryan Williams. Williams also sustained a season-ending injury last season and has been unable to remain healthy in his brief career with the team. The second-round pick out of Virginia Tech in 2011 flashed signs of brilliance in 2012, but he will have to prove he can stay healthy, or his career with the Cardinals may be over. Cardinals drafted a running back, two more actually, to add fuel to the fire when they took Stanford's all-time leading rusher, Stephon Taylor in the 5th round, and Andre Ellington, a 5'9", 195-pound back out of Clemson. Now with Larod Stevens-Howlings leaving for Pittsburgh in free agency, the four of those guys should provide an exciting competition in training camp. Now let's take a look at the wide receivers and the tight ends. The face of the franchise, Larry Fitzgerald, looks rejuvenated after a disappointing 2012 season in which he had 3 different quarterbacks throwing to him, or should I say, attempting to throw to him. Carson Palmer and Fitz have looked good in the OTAs and have established chemistry that should lead to big numbers in 2013. With Andre Roberts and Michael Floyd having breakout years, look for the Cardinals wide receivers to stay fly in 2013. The tight end position was one I was hoping the Cardinals would address early in the draft. With Stanford tight end Zach Ertz still on the board in the 2nd round, the Cardinals decided to trade down and pass on the playmaking tight end. They seemed content with Rob Hausler, a 6'5", 250-pound player heading into his 4th season in the league. The Cardinals also decided to keep Jeff King, an 8-year veteran who was used primarily as a blocking tight end last season. Finally, let's talk about the team's biggest question mark coming into the season, the offensive line. The Cardinals get back starting left tackle Levi Brown, who missed the entire 2012 season with a torn tricep. The Cards drafted North Carolina guard Jonathan Cooper with the 7th overall pick in this year's draft. Cooper, who is 6'2", 312 pounds, should help booster the running game that finished dead last in the NFL with only 75.2 yards per game. The Cardinals also used their 4th-round pick on another guard in James Madison's Earl Watford, whose strength is zone blocking. Also competing at guard will be Darren College, whose season ended prematurely with an elbow injury, and returning at center is veteran Lyle Sendline, whose season was also ended early with a knee injury. The Cardinals' O-line should be much improved in 2013, with additions from the draft as well as getting guys back healthy. The key to the offensive success starts up front, and the O-line must perform in order to give the ball to Carson Palmer to get downfield to the wide receivers like Larry Fitzgerald. That wraps it up for the 2013 Arizona Cardinals offensive preview. Stay tuned next week as we break down the defensive side of the ball. I'm David DiStefano. Is it football season yet? I'm ready to go.